Hey guys, I'm back with another video. This is about my tiny home, which you will see here. I am going to apologize because I actually lost my phone that I used to record. Not my main phone, but just my phone that I used to record because I never have storage. So it's been a couple weeks. I finally found that phone, and oddly enough, it was just in my car. So weird because I had already checked my car. But this is a video of me installing the All Powers SF200 flexible solar panel. Each solar panel are 200 watts at 32 volts, and they are monocrystalline solar modules. You can use this for RV roofs, boats, cabins, whatever you may need to use it for. They are light. You're going to see me actually carry it up the ladder. And I'm really not good with heights, but you know, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. So they're not that heavy. They're about 9 pounds. So if you can carry your kid, you could probably carry this. It's really not that bad. They are pretty thin. On the record or on the specifications, it says that it's like 0.12 inch thin. I'm not sure if that's correct, but they are thin. They can bend. I don't know how far they can bend, and I did not actually test that. What I did do is just install them. They did bend a little while installing them, but I really wasn't worried because I didn't try to bend them in half. I would not recommend that you try to bend them in half because I'm pretty sure that will break them. But these are flexible, so it should be able to bend to whatever area that you need to put them on because they are used for RVs, boats, and cabins and things like that. Here you're going to see me installing 3 additional solar panels. I already had 3 of them on there, and with the 3 that was on there, it was only giving about 600 watts to my inverter, which was not enough. The inverter actually says that it needs at least 1,000 watts for it to actually work, which the inverter still did not work. And I'll get to that a little bit later, and that's a whole nother video itself. But we'll continue. So these panels are supposed to last for about 10 years, and they have a 3-year warranty that allows you to return them for free if you have any quality problems during use. I don't necessarily like the company because I do have another product from All Powers that I could probably do a review on because I might actually have some videos of the product that I had, but I would not recommend it. It was basically a solar generator. You can actually use these solar panels to charge that solar generator, which worked perfectly. However, the performance of the solar generator and the price of the solar generator, it just does not match, and you can actually get far more superior items than the All Powers. That's just my opinion. So with these solar panels, or the total of 6 is actually going to give me 1,200 watts. I didn't actually calculate how many volts it would give me, but I do know after installing them that I need another circuit breaker because my circuit breaker is rated for 60 volts, and just 2 of these are giving 32 volts. So I know that it's actually going to be overpowering. I'm going to get another circuit breaker and install that so that way it's able to actually handle the voltage that's going through the PV line, and I'm putting the PV line directly to a solar hybrid inverter, and the hybrid inverter also has an outlet, and it will also have a 5K lithium battery installed to it. in addition to it powering the grid for this so the cabin. Install for the solar panels were actually very, very easy. All I did was just screw them directly into the roof. This is a metal roof, and I'm going to take waterproof silicone and put it around the holes. It has actually 6 notches in there so that way you can attach it onto whatever you need to attach it. I actually use just, screws or exterior screws, because that was just the easier way for me to actually do this. So I attached it. I'm going to go back up there and put on some silicone all around it. I don't think that I'll actually have a problem because there are already screws on the roof, but those are just regular roofing screws. But those screws have no silicone, has nothing. But I did want to add the silicone just for additional protection because I just don't want to have any problems later on. This is something that I am investing in, and I look for it to be here for the long run, and it's mine, so I want to take care of it. So with this, now that I have the solar panels up on the roof, I did also try to put them in order. And, I was actually looking at the space. I'm like, okay, I have 6 of them. And this is a 12 by 36 storage unit, which is also considered a cabin or a livable area. I don't know, whatever you would like to call it, but I'm calling it a tiny home. So you can actually add a lot of solar panels. With these solar panels, they ran like $260. They are currently on sale for $200 each, which is a little bit more affordable. They are a lot cheaper than other brands. So that's the main reason why I chose the All Powers flexible solar panels. One thing that I will say is that there are other solar panels that also are flexible that you can buy, but it's really not affordable, especially if you have to buy a lot. And with the off-grid cabin, I would recommend that you at least have like 1,000 watts, maybe even 600 watts. It depends on what you're going to be running. But with this home, it's going to have a mini split AC. I'm going to have a refrigerator, and then also a hot water heater, and then of course whatever is actually plugged into the main loads. So I just want to make sure, and then also a hot plate for cooking and a microwave, so I just want to make sure that it has enough wattage to actually run properly without a hitch. That's my main deal. I have yet to finish this house, and I do have a lot more pictures, and what I'm going to do is actually make a video of the making of this tiny home, because it has been a long time coming. Every single day I'm working on this house when I'm not working my actual jobs, which honestly I'm still working my actual jobs. I just go work on the tiny home from around about 9 until 2 o'clock every day, and then I go pick up my kids, and then I go to work again, because I also work for myself. So, I do a lot of different things. So with these solar panels, I would recommend them. I have not had a problem with them at all. And, the one main reason why I did want to do the flexible ones is just because they're a lot smaller. It's a little bit easier for me by myself to get them on the roof. And I don't really see that I would have a huge problem using them. And if I need to expand the system, I will have a lot more room to expand that system. And I do have solar panels already, which are about 450 watts producing, which is really good because, with solar panels, they usually only produce 60% of the actual rating. So if it's at 200 watts, it's going to only produce 60% of those 200 watts. But I do have 450 watt panels. Those are just sitting in my trailer, waiting to be used. I'll get to those eventually. I have another plan for those. So I'll probably be doing a video about that. But I did not want to add those to this roof because I felt that it just may be a little too heavy. Each one of those panels are about 98 pounds. And we'll say about 98 pounds to maybe 110 pounds. One, extremely heavy for me to carry by myself. That's like carrying a whole person, a whole adult or teenager even, by myself, dead weight. And I'm not a bodybuilder, can't do it. So it was better for me to get these flexible, even though they cost more money and I get more rating out of the other ones. Yes, I could have got someone to help me, but we're not going to go into that. Like, this is just the easier way, and I feel like it was also a little bit more efficient, and I don't want to put any strain on the roof than what I actually have to. So this just seemed like a better idea to actually do the flexible panels. Would I recommend these panels? Absolutely. Are they affordable? They're more affordable than all the other flexible panels because, like I said, the other flexible panels, they run from around about $270, which is the lowest that I've seen. I've seen like $250, I'm gonna say that. So like $250 to about like $500. Yes, I've even seen $600 flexible panels, and their ratings are only about 200. Now, you can also find solar panels on Amazon and eBay, and it's going to say that these solar panels get maybe about 800 watts, or that they get 400 watts each or 300 watts each. And I will tell you, you want to be very careful with those because none of them are actually rated for what they say they are rated. Because if you do have a tester, you can test them and you will find out that they're just lies. And usually those panels are like given maybe 100 watts and at the max about 60 watts on a full-blown sunny day. So just be careful with what you buy, and buy from a reputable company because a lot of these reviews are also falsified reviews. So look for the reviews that say verified purchase. That is my biggest. Okay, also I did want to share that with these solar panels, I connected them in a series and not parallel, just because I needed the voltage to be high enough to run the hybrid inverter. And also the hybrid inverter manual said to connect a 6-piece in series for a 250 solar panel. I don't have a 250 solar panel. They were 200, but I did connect them in series to try and run it. But actually, I believe I have a faulty inverter. And that inverter is from Powmer. And a lot of people call it Mr. Power, or I'm not even sure, but it's POWMR. So I'm going to say Powmer. Anyways, I'm going to contact that company, see how that goes with getting maybe a new inverter. And probably if it doesn't work, I'm just going to buy a whole new inverter, which I think I'm going to end up doing because this is actually my second inverter from Powmer. And the first one didn't work that well either. It did actually connect with the solar panels, but this one won't even cut on. It will cut on with the battery connection, and then it won't cut on with the battery connection. So it just decides when it wants to work, and that's not good enough for me. So I need something that's going to work whenever I want it to work. So again, these panels are connected in a series. I have the PV line going above the roof through conduit and into the walls in the bedroom. So I'm gonna put a couple of those pictures in here, and I'm so sorry that I have not been on here, but now that I got my phone back, you're gonna see a lot more of me and a lot more of my videos. So if you love my content, please like and subscribe and share with your friends.